So it's Mawkzy versus DrKnown, round 1 of the ATR Cup number 4 for Europe. This is a 1v1 weekly that is a winner-takes-all $1,000 tournament. And Mawkzy's yet to win one, which might be a bit of a surprise. I know a lot of people expected him to have won one by now, but we've had Drally, Nas, and apparently Jack all winning one each in Europe. This is number 4. Let's see if Mawkzy can get the run that he wants today. ATR Cup is going to be switching to 2v2 for next week though, so we're going to be seeing a change of format. We wanted to mix things up a little bit with Salt Mine obviously happening right now, and ATR Cup being 1v1. We got a ton of 1v1. We thought, you know what's missing? 2v2 is missing. So next week it's going to be a 2v2 tournament, and then we'll be switching back to 1v1 most likely the week after that. There will be more 1v1 for ATR Cup in the future, don't worry. Just want to mix things up. Oh, nice shot by Mawkzy. DrKnown nearly got a save on it, but not quite. Yeah, prediction just up right now if you want to put your beans on the match. You can be a bit strategic with where you put them, of course, because the match has started, although I think the bean allocation will probably be pretty similar. Oh, nice flick by Mawkzy. That's a really nice job to delay this one as much as he did and get it over DrKnown's challenge. DrKnown hesitating just slightly on the challenge, might just want to go straight in next time and force Mawkzy to make that play a little bit faster. Oh, and a quick thank you. I want to say thanks to everybody who did sign up to ATR Cup 4 quals. We broke the ATR Cup sign-up record by quite a large margin. There were 638 of you signed up, so good job everybody. Good job to everybody who beat the check-in bot in round 1. Also, I have to explain that just quickly. Some people thought they actually had to play against a real bot in round 1. So no, when I say the check-in bot, that's actually just on the website. You just click check-in and that's it. You just go to the page on Start GG and it asks you to check in and you click yes. That's it. That's literally all you have to do to quote-unquote beat the check-in bot. There is no we don't have a bot that you play against in-game. So I know some people are a little bit confused by that. They thought they had to play, they were looking for the bot. They're like, where's the bot I have to play? And they were really curious to find out whether or not they could beat the bot in-game. So yeah, that's not a thing. We do have like next door or something, or Seer in round 1. So don't worry about that. You do actually go straight against a human opponent immediately. Unless of course you play Diaz or Nas or someone. Those guys are kind of playing inhumane levels of Rocket League right now. So DrKnown getting his second goal of the game. Mawkzy pretty carelessly slapping the crossbar there with a heavy overcommit. Jorya's match is going to be on, I think, Fear's channel. Oh no, it's going to be on Rizzo's channel, sorry, after this round is completed. Right now Rizzo's got the apparently Jack round 1. Jorya's round 1 match is going to be on Rizzo's channel right after this round is finished. Who scored first in this game? It was Mawkzy scored first. Mawkzy's been scoring the majority of the goals, as you can see. 1v1 foamer to enter. You know, it would be a pretty cool thing if we could actually have the all-star bot be the round 1 opponent for everyone. It's kind of kind of an interesting idea. Yeah, as far as I'm aware though, we cannot do that currently. Oh, Mawkzy's slow rolling here. He's done really well, in fact. That's an excellent slow roll. He tried to get around it again. I thought he messed it up for a second there, but he actually managed to perfectly self out the goal line, and DrKnown refused to come anywhere near him after realizing it was actually rolling in slowly. KZ Butler, thanks to the 42-month tier 1. Welcome back to the channel. Appreciate the continued support. Yeah, be sure to remind tell all your friends, be sure to tell all your mates who don't want to play ones that our ATR Cup is 2v2 next week. So I know I just told you guys, tell everybody else you know as well. 2v2 is the most popular game in Rocket League, so I'm sure we're going to get a lot of new players interested in trying out a Rocket League tournament, an actual event. And who knows, you might run into one of your favorite pros. And yeah, the better players among you might actually have a chance of qualifying. You know, we're going to get some new faces in the ATR Cup main events as a result of that switch. Today is 1v1. We play the entire event in one day, top 16 all the way to the winner. And as with all the Europe events, I'm going to be streaming the semi-finals and the final right here on my channel. We've got round 1, round 2, and then both semis one after another, and the grand final. Oh, missed by Mawkzy there. Using this close range backflip flick to pop the ball over DrKnown. Earlier on it worked out, created a goal for himself. That time DrKnown didn't commit, but Mawkzy missed the rebound anyway. Hey, our Trillion, thanks for the 5 gifted subs. This goal is for you guys who just got gifted a sub. Be sure to thank our Trillion. DrKnown's reverse challenge getting outplayed. Mawkzy's always so good at keeping an eye on those challenges, knowing exactly when they're going to land. Something Jack mentioned when we were casting together the other day in Salt Mine qualifier, that it's very difficult to sneak up on Mawkzy. Very difficult to surprise him with challenges, but you kind of have to do it anyway, because if you don't, then he's going to back you up into your net and flick the ball top bins. Thanks for all the 1v1, Johnny. You're welcome, our Trillion. Yeah, we got plenty more 1v1 this month, even though we're switching the next ATR Cup. That's the next week's event to 2s. We are going to have, obviously, Salt Mine quals this Thursday and Friday. I'm not going to be streaming on Thursday myself, but you will be able to catch some community streamers covered in matches from the Open Qual. You will also, I'm sure, be able to catch some players in the Rocket League community streaming their own POV of the Open Qual. And then on Friday, I'm going to be streaming for around about 8 or 9 hours again, casting 10 matches in a row. And I am looking forward to it. It was really fun the first time around. Can't wait to see who signs up this time and who makes the Salt Mine main events. So a minute to go. DrKnown within 2 goals after falling behind by quite a large margin early. This is a good position for him to be in. Mawkzy's chasing him down, looking to pop the ball over him. That's really well done by Mawkzy. So many threats in the position for DrKnown to worry about. He's got to back off and respect the demo. Notice there Mawkzy following through the flick with that demo, as he often does. It's a really interesting combination Mawkzy leans on. As you know, he doesn't just look to flick the ball really far in front of himself. He also sometimes flicks it up in the air and then just continues boosting so that he can chase his opponent down for the demo as they try and position to catch the overhead or intercept the overhead flick. Mawkzy's playstyle is boring. Well, yeah, you could think that. Whenever people say that, though, do you know what I'm reminded of? I'm reminded of early days, maybe not early days, but do you guys who watch UFC or who've watched MMA in any capacity, do you know when grappling and wrestling really started to become popular in the UFC? You know, mostly, the most obvious one is like Khabib. A lot of people will be like, this is boring, because he'd just be, you know, holding their favorite, like, striker down on the ground and like just battering them for 5 minutes, and they'd not really get it. They wouldn't understand the intricacies of what's happening. They wouldn't see the, you know, wrist control. They wouldn't see the trips. They wouldn't see the like controlling of the legs and just all the little manipulations that they'd use to keep the opponent grounded and just gradually improve the position towards a submission or ground and pound. So when you don't really know what's going on, when you're just like someone who likes boxing, you're like, oh yeah, I can understand boxing. It's pretty obvious that guy punched the other guy in the face. That's good for him. Bad for the other guy. Like when they see grappling and wrestling for the first time, they don't get it. It's fine. And that's kind of what is when I see people criticize Mawkzy, and I'm not saying that this is, you know, it is a stylistic thing as well. There are some people who fully understand what's going on, and it's not the style for them. They don't like it as much, which is fine. But I am reminded of that Khabib and like, you know, wrestling grappling analogy every time. I think to myself, do they really get what's so impressive about this? Because it's not easy to do this. You go and play 1v1, try and do this. It's actually really difficult to completely control your opponent, to 100% deny them access to the game, deny them access to the ball. That's a good save by Mawkzy to kick things off in game 2. Because it is very hard. It's very hard to just control the possession of Rocket League, control the boost, and just keep your opponent out of the game. These guys make it look easy. They make it look like it's impossible to play against because they're at that high level. I know that it's been the... Oh, is that sneaking in? It is. DrKnown 1-0. It's been the playstyle that apparently Jack's been preferring to use recently as well. You know, really focusing on possession and boost management and just patient gameplay. Yeah, I know a lot of you guys just want to see everybody try and replicate what Diaz does. Like every single attack is an aerial play that looks terrifying to go up against, but Not everybody can do what Diaz does. It's playstyle differences. Nice mind game by DrKnown. It's somewhere between an intentional mind game and a happy little accident here, as you know, he's looking for either a slight touch or a fake. He doesn't want to hit that hard into Mawkzy. Yeah, of course, you are allowed to have your own preferences. For me, I've got, you know, some really aerial players I love watching over the years, and then there's also some, like, you know, kind of more chess game control-y players that I've liked to watch over the years. I like both. Really, for me, I kind of just appreciate the difficulty of what someone is doing, the IQ or the mechanics. Like these little things, that's so smart by Mawkzy. I love this. Just parking in front of DrKnown to prevent DrKnown from advancing his position until the ball comes down a little bit into a scoreable position, and then he goes and scores it. How many times have you outplayed somebody by parking? Oh, Mawkzy half flips on the wrong side of the ball. DrKnown pounces on him. Mawkzy was trying to half flip onto the other side of the ball here and take it into the back corner, but he landed directly underneath it, popped it in the air. It's easier if you're a 1v1 main. Ah, yes, the classic. But look at this. No way we're getting this play again. That's crazy to see this play twice in one game in this quick succession. Mawkzy again with the parking outplay. Just lets the ball come down a little bit more, and then he moves. I mean, DrKnown has to... I think he just has to flip into Mawkzy there. Probably won't work, but neither does just driving. If you drive into your opponent there, nothing happens. But if you flip into them, there is the off chance that their car goes flying. The impact, the collision can be a bit more unpredictable when you just throw yourself at them. Oh, what save. Mawkzy deflects it wide, saves his 100 boost in the back corner as well. DrKnown ceiling reset. Still in a great position in game 2. The youngster from KSA, always so interesting to watch. He's another player who's more about the positioning and more about the IQ, but I think he's got so much potential mechanically as well. Really do always look forward to watching him play. Yeah, it's the classic Mawkzy hate, isn't it? The, oh no, I don't like this playstyle because he just flicks the ball top bins and it doesn't look savable. Non-interactive gameplay. But then when the same thing happens with a double reset, they're like, wow, exciting stuff. Even though it's again, not very interactive gameplay, you can't do anything about it. Reflex save by Mawkzy there, knocking the ball into his own crossbar. He's overhit this shot to the far side of the goal, which will give DrKnown an easier time getting back into the play than if he'd stuck it overhead. Easier, but still not easy though, as DrKnown races to the internet save that won't land in time. Mawkzy slices the lead back to 2 goals. Do you think Mawkzy would have more fans if he played less 1v1 and dribbled on the ground less? Or should he keep the monopoly on the ground game 1v1 main fans? I think he should keep the monopoly, just keep doing what he does. He is the best in the world at several elements. Double tap by DrKnown. Too quick to be saved by Mawkzy. Both players have been clinical with their speed. Mawkzy again with that pit maneuver style of kickoff. This has happened so many times for DrKnown. He ends up sideways to the play, and Mawkzy's able to just tap him away. This, you know, instead of Mawkzy parking in front of DrKnown, now he's the one who's coming into DrKnown's side on. And it's happened again. This is insane. Mawkzy just keeps getting slightly better positions from the kickoff. DrKnown, I think, panicking a little bit there. Ending up airborne, and that allowed Mawkzy to bump him out of the way. Remember earlier on when I said that driving into someone when they're on the ground doesn't really do much. As soon as they jump and you drive into them, though, they go much further. Mawkzy successfully defends his back corner 100 boost. With 2 minutes left, he's got so long to fashion a comeback. Air double bump will get it. 6-6. DrKnown will not be happy with how this game has gone. His kickoff game plan really hasn't worked at all. He does get a save on this slower shot. Races to the ceiling. Placement was good, but the power was lacking. as he tried to shoot across the goal. Off the wall air dribble, reset, surely incoming. No, actually just decides to play for the dunk instead as the ball was dropping down quite low. It's worked out pretty well for him, worked out very well for him actually. Not just to salvage the play, but to get another chance. And he is opting for more aerial plays. DrKnown, flip reset, blocked, even though it's headed towards the top corner by Mawkzy's pre-jump save, and the counter-attack is good, 7-6. DrKnown's aerial game priority in offense looks to be effective, but Mawkzy's defense is too strong. Like he always does, flicks or kickoff goals. Listen, if you want to see a series where Mawkzy's kickoff really didn't look anywhere near as dominant as it has here, watch Mawkzy versus Atto Salt Mine 4 qualifier, where I was casting with apparently Jack. Atto sort of laid the blueprint for how to put Mawkzy out of his comfort zone. DrKnown clearly hasn't watched that one. Don't think anybody's really found the blueprint for stopping Mawkzy's flicks though, at least not reactively. Don't think anyone ever will if he can keep this up. Yeah, if you can't be bothered going to watch the Atto vs Mawkzy series, don't worry, I've got you covered. Oh, maybe DrKnown did watch it. Well, there it is. That's the strat that you've got to utilize. It's the delayed kickoff. Various degrees of delay being the key. If you just delay it by the same amount every time, your opponent can get into a rhythm of kind of barreling through your delayed kickoff. But if you change it up, sometimes you go for more of a delay, sometimes just a little one. Very difficult for your opponent to get a read on it, and makes the wave dash recovery kickoff pretty risky to go for. Alright, FF coming through there for DrKnown. It's 2-0 Mawkzy, 2-0 to the favourite. DrKnown has had spurts in the game where he's been effective. He's had moments. But Mawkzy is clinical. He's just too good with the chances he's got. I mean, really the shot and save differential tells the full story here. DrKnown has 17 shots, but he still wasn't able to get a goal advantage here. Only 6 of those going in. Mawkzy scoring 10 of his 12 shots is a much higher conversion rate. 11 saves. I mean, some of the shots DrKnown was taking would go in against a lot of players in this tournament. Mawkzy's not one of them, though. He's made some spectacular saves. So must win for DrKnown. Single limb today. All the way through the bracket. He's going to be in the octane for this game. Little hesitation before the top bins aerial shot there to try and bait Mawkzy into thinking that he'd be going for the boost steal, which he then got anyway. And Mawkzy was unable to make a save. Probably didn't think DrKnown was just going to shoot this. Looking at Mawkzy's positioning there, he was lining himself up to challenge what he most likely expected to be an air dribble. Now think back to last game, DrKnown did air dribble a ton. And what's really important to do when you air dribble a lot is just shoot occasionally. Just take a shot every now and then to keep your opponent guessing, to make them think that you might not be air dribbling every single time. Remember, guys, as well to tune into Chalkcast every Wednesday. We're going to be doing Wednesday live Chalkcasts for this month at least, while we've got ATR Cups on Monday and Tuesday, and Salt Mine Quals Thursday, Friday for me. And I think CJ, well, Rizzo actually did help me stream on Friday last week, and I think CJ might be as well this time. So, Wednesdays are our day right now for live Chalked. Still trying to plan the org CEO/manager roundtable episode. But as for now, it looks like we're just going to have more roster rumor drama in Rocket League mainly as the topics of discussion. What's the latest one that's dropped? I think there was a rumor today that G2 are not leaving yet. Am I right? They're still dropping the Daniel Atomic Beast Mode roster, I believe. But G2, which is actually a European organization, even though they've been in NA and Rocket League for years, they're going to be picking up. Oh, who is it again? It's rumored to be the Itachi, Oski, and Nas roster, if I'm remembering. I saw it today on Twitter, isn't it? Yeah. That's pretty interesting. Wonder how many of the NA fans, NA G2 fans, will now be G2 fans, even though it's a European team. One in chat if you were a G2 NA fan, and you will no longer be a G2 fan if they go to grab a European team. I think it'll be a matter of opinion. So a few of you. Okay, 2 in chat if you were a G2 NA fan and you're going to remain a G2 fan going into next season. Oh, that's a brilliant own goal by Mawkzy. DrKnown getting the scoring touch right there. Bounces into the ceiling. Mawkzy tries to take it to his backboard and he just pokes it into his net off the ceiling. He's probably going for a backboard double to try and keep the ball under control. And he's completely blundered. Mawkzy mid boost grab. Doesn't get to chase down DrKnown in close proximity. And now here comes DrKnown from distance. A lot of boost being used here and all for nothing because Mawkzy's not only going to get the ball, he's going to get a goal for free. That was a massive mistake by DrKnown. You can see that the first touch had gone way farther right than he wanted to, and his second touch also went farther right than he wanted it to go. He wasn't able to recover it with the flip reset. When's FIFA happening? FIFA E? I've not heard anything yet. But if they're planning to do it this year, they better be announcing soon. Ceiling reset for Mawkzy. Not a bad ground shot at the end of it. It's really good jump timing. If Mawkzy played that off an audio cue, his reaction was about as fast as you can get. And out here dribbling to DrKnown's backboard, brings it down. DrKnown is there though. Good recovery by him. DrKnown has to land more of these attacking plays though. This time it's a mind game, a double mind game. And the 50-50 goes off the post. Now DrKnown from distance. Still playing for resets. He gets a double reset this time and misses the second. Flip into the ball. Calls GG's. Well, he really tried to get the mechanics firing today. Wasn't able to do so. DrKnown loses in 3 straight and is eliminated from the ATR Cup today. We'll be curious to see if he tries to qualify for the 2v2 event next week. Reminder again as we conclude this game that you can sign up for ATR 2v2 next week. The signups are open and they'll be open until Saturday for Europe. That's Saturday the 9th of November, and they'll be open until Sunday the 10th of November for NA. Salt Mine quals every single Thursday. The signups for that are open till the Wednesday beforehand. So be sure to sign up for those as well.